tonight we're talking about the El Nino effect, because I assure you, it's going to affect you in your own homes very quickly, within the next 6 weeks for a lot of people. In America, it's going to affect you even sooner. It could be the end of this week, and next week you're going to start seeing effects of this. What is the El Nino effect? Okay, I'm not going to do technicals. I don't do technicalities. I put it as simple as I possibly can, so even the children, if they are watching, which they're not supposed to be, they can understand it. It is when the temperature in the air warms the sea up. When the sea gets warm, it's easier to evaporate, for the water to go up into the clouds. Now, when they're in the clouds, it cools down again and it falls as rain. If it falls as rain through an even colder period of cloud, then it will turn sometimes into snow or hail. So there's lots of variations. Now, what's been happening in the world is that we've all heard of global warming, and the sea is unusually hot. It's not burn your finger off, but it's very warm. You can swim in it, even at this time of year. That's very unusual. So a lot of it's got to do with everything that's going on in the world, of the fires and everything like that. So a lot of things have been going on. Now, with all this rain that's going to fall, it's winter time, coming on winter time. So what's going to happen is this rain is going to actually be whipped up by the jet stream, which is like a river of air in the sky, and it's going to fall through it, and it's going to fall as snow. Now, where's going to get snow? Well, it could be absolutely anywhere, but I'm going to deal with North America, the mainland America, and Europe. So, and then the rest of, I'm sorry, I'll find out later. You're going to get wet. That's the rest of the world. They're going to have a lot of rain, which they're already having at the moment. Right, North America first of all. Now, North America is going to feel it before anybody else. The heavily water-laden clouds are going to be moving in very soon. We've already seen New York this past week that's been flooded. Well, this is not going to be rain this time. This is going to be snow. Within, I think, it was forecast for any time now onwards, there can be snow in one part of America or the other. So when it comes in really heavy, then we're looking there that we could get an absolute deluge of water. So like well over 100 mils easily. And if it doesn't fall as water and it falls as snow, then you're going to get several feet of snow. Now, that's not unusual because a lot of America does get a lot of snow, but this is going to be really down south as well this time. So getting on for near on Miami, and again near on or the top end of California. So even where you don't expect to see it, you're going to be seeing snow this year, or the forecast is for snow, with El Nino being in effect. How much is going to be? This is really going to be hard to work out, because if they are right, worst predictions, it could be a lot. And I mean like 10, 11 feet of snow in some places. Now, saying that, it could fall as rain. If it rains, there's going to be floods all over the place, and it's going to get icy and slippy. Now, how much heat and how much dispersion are we talking about here? In the UK, we are looking at possibly as low as minus 10 degrees. More than usual. So, whereas in the UK we're used to like -1, -2 on a very cold day, it could be -12, -14. So I can remember about 6 years ago it hit those, and that was cold. Now, on top of that, in the UK, obviously we've got problems over here. We're also going to have to deal with the fact that our old people can't afford to use electricity. So the government are going to have to help. If they don't, this country could really go to explode. It's not a very good attitude over here at the moment with everything going on. But I also have to put in that the States, Europe and UK, everywhere, are suffering from migration crisis. So we've got hundreds of thousands of people on the street living rough. Now, you may not agree with this, but those people are still human beings. You may not want them in the country or anything like that. Through summertime, it's okay for them to sleep outside. Winter, which you're going to disagree with me, so, but what I'm saying is at winter, if it's -10 in America, -20 sometimes, yeah, you're going to have to be human about this, and we're going to have to put those people somewhere over winter time. Okay, we can deal with the government trying to deal with the migration, but the last thing you want is actually stepping over people who've frozen to death on the roads and sleeping rough. So for the governments, you need to pull your finger out on that one as well and think about this very carefully. Yeah, you're not doing right by allowing them in, but you can't just have people dying by the hundreds in cities either. So you need to really start putting some thought about what you're doing. Stop messing around. Start thinking about the people you're supposed to be looking after. Right, one way or the other, sort it. Right, that's it for today. Okay, so if you haven't done it already, get yourself out, get some winter weather stuff. The cheap Kmart, M-Mart, Sainsbury's, all these little things like that. They're all starting to sell gloves and hats for winter. Go out while they're cheap, get a couple, just put them in. If I'm wrong, you've got a couple of hats for next year. If I'm right, you're going to have a warm head. Remember, 90% plus of your body heat goes through your head. So I talk most of mine, but, you know. But there you go. Early warning for you. Get prepared for winter. As I say, as I've said many times, everyone must be ready. Also, get candles. I've noticed already, I've received them through the post in the UK, that the government is saying prepare for power cuts. That's because we've actually knocked down all our coal-fired burning power stations. Great, wonderful. Anyway, so get candles, get probably a little gas cooker or something like that, just in case it does get as bad as everyone thinks it might. All right, that's all for now. So there's your warning. Take it easy. Hope to see you again sometime. Remember, if you want your friends, subscribe to the channel. It could be anything. It could be crocodiles from space to moon landings in Wolverhampton. You don't know with me what I'm going to find out. Okay, take it easy. Have a lovely night. Ta-ta.